Hello, everybody. It's Dana Sullivan, the Stampin' Chick, here with another Think Tank Thursday. How are you today, my friends? I hope you're having a wonderful day today. I have been playing in the studio pretty much all day, working on various projects that I need to get done, and just getting some work done. So, this is a nice little break. Let me just shift just a tiny bit there. There we go. A nice little break from all the work and things that need to be done. So I'm really excited to be here with you guys this evening and am looking forward to all the fun things that we're going to be doing. If you have never been on Think Tank Thursday before, um, if you have never been on Think Tank Thursday before, the way that it works is excuse me. This is a very interactive uh, live stream. You may be following me on Facebook or on YouTube. Either way, I can see everyone's comments over here on the side. And basically, I have a general idea of what it is that we're going to do this evening, but there will be a lot of opportunity for me to ask you, do you prefer this or that? And the majority always rules here on Think Tank Thursday, and we create projects together. And it's just so much fun. And it's a lot of fun hanging out with you guys and just interacting and having a good time. So I hope that you all are ready to hang out and get started. And I hope that you guys will chat with me over in the comments because I really enjoy having conversations with you guys. All right, let me take a look here. I see folks are already coming in. And thank you so much for that. Sherry's here. Hello. Shy's here. Hello. I am using my new mic, so I'm hoping that echo is no longer there. Let me just check to see if my camera is using the right microphone. Yes. Yes, it is. So hopefully everything is sounding better now. Okay, and let's see. Oh, Mama San is here. Hello. Looks like you found it okay. I'm so glad. All right. As you're coming in, folks, please come along and say hello. And that way I can say hi to you and know who all's in here hanging out with us this evening. If you choose to lurk, that's totally fine. But this is definitely an interactive Facebook and YouTube Live. So I'm hoping that you guys will interact with me and we'll go ahead and get started, okay? So you may have seen on the introduction screen, there was a QR code for Celebration and the Spring Mini Catalog. And there was a QR code for the February Stamp Camp, which is going to be called Birthday Celebrations. So if you don't know what the Stamp Camp is, it's a lot of fun. Every month I do a different theme and just have a really good time with it. We have 8 different projects and you get Stampin' Up! Product with it, and you get some treats and fun little goodies, and we just have a really good time. The class is available to everybody in the United States. So unfortunately, due to Stampin' Up! Policies, I can't sell the kit outside of the US. However, if you would like to purchase the PDF tutorials, I can do that. So just let me know. The cost of Stamp Camp is $55 plus shipping if you're out of my area. You will need to have that Wildflower Birthdays, I think is what it's called, Stamp and Die bundle if you're not local to me. And I will be sending the packages out about a week before the event date, which is February 22nd. Let me double check that, but I'm pretty sure. February 22nd. Yes, that's true. And in person, it will be here in my studio at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. And if you are doing virtual, you will have a Facebook group where we can interact, and you'll get your tutorials, PDF and video tutorials there. And we'll be going live at 7 p.m. Eastern Time on the 22nd for a virtual welcome party. And you don't have to be available that day. If you're not available, it's totally okay. All of the tutorials will be saved in the group, so that once you're in there, you'll be able to access them anytime that you are free. So it's definitely a fun, perfect class that we can hang out, we can have a good time. We do a lot of really cute projects, and I'm really excited about the birthday celebrations one because, you know, everybody needs birthday stuff, right? So you'll find birthday cards, treat holders, gift packaging, things like that. Okay, guys, let's go ahead and let me turn my camera down, and we'll go ahead and get started with this evening's project, shall we? Okay, let me grab my camera here, and here we go. All right. Now, I was thinking that this week we could do some scrapbook ephemera page embellishments. I believe they call them scrapbook candy. And it sounds so good when you say it that way. We're going to be using the Meant to Be stamp and die bundle. And I want to make a Valentine's or love themed scrapbook layout. Okay, so I want to use these. I'm going to bring in the Hearts of Elegance, probably the Hearts of Elegance dies, maybe the Love You right here. I'm not sure. We'll see how that goes. But we're going to make some little elements, okay? So I've got some colors over here. I'm looking at Real Red, Pretty in Pink, Pool Party, yellows. I've got Daffodil Delight, Crushed Curry, and basic black. So I've got some basic like B colors, and then I have some red and pink and Pool Party as well. So let's start out with maybe a couple of really cute little elements, shall we? I'm going to put my eyeballs on so that I can see better. Okay, now our first question right out the gate is going to be, do we make a heart-shaped element, or I'm loving the Meant to Be dies because they are fabulous little hexagons. And there's a lot of different different sizes here as well. So let me show you those. Okay, so we have the Hearts of Elegance dies here, and we have the Meant to Be dies here. So the first thing I want to know is, should we do a heart-shaped element, or shall we do a hexagon? So that's the first question of the evening, heart or hexagon. Hey, Miss Luann, how are you, love? Thanks for joining us. One thing that I really like about the hexagon dies here is that they've actually got this track here so that it's a whole piece inside and then a frame as well. So when I cut this piece, it's going to cut out the center and the frame. Now that's important to note because we can absolutely use the hexagons and do, say, one in one color and then the frame in another color or whatever. So we just need to know, are we doing a heart shape first or are we doing a hexagon? Okay, and while you guys are deciding that, I'm going to go ahead and grab some of my inks and have that ready. So I'm getting out Real Red. I'm getting Pretty in Pink and Pool Party and Memento. So I've got that. There's that. We might even use a little Melon Mambo, so that's okay. And if we're going to do a green for leaves or something, we might. I'll bring in Old Olive. And I need my Pool Party. Okay, let's see here. It looks like hearts are the way we want to go. Okay. So let me put the inks over here. I'll set these off to the side for just a minute. Okay, now, the little sentiments here, I don't think we're going to need those. So we may do a different sentiment with like our alphabet dies or something like that. So let's go ahead and do our heart then. I'll do this size right here. And I want to use the little bees as the main focus here, but I do want it to have some little elements too. So let me grab, how about this? Because this paper is so pretty. And do we think this pattern, or let me see about another one, or this one? So one is more pink and one is more red. Which of the patterns do you think that we should use? Pink or red? As you can see, they're both basically the same pattern, just that one has that more melon mambo, pretty in pink type background, where this one has more real red and melon mambo. So either one would be absolutely beautiful. Okay, and I'm going to grab some blocks and stamps. Maybe not both just yet, Shyler. Let's do either red or pink to begin with, till we know for sure what we're doing here. Okay. Love This Life is a sentiment here on the Meant to Be stamps, and it's actually a really pretty one. It's a good size. So I have a funny story about the bee stamp sets here. So we have the Be My Valentine was a stamp set that we had last spring. It carried over, and it is remarkably similar to this. The bees are the same style, but they're different sizes. And the sentiments are a bit different, but it's like similar fonts and things like that. So the two sets could actually work together very well. But, and for that reason alone, I maybe wouldn't have bought the stamp set. Maybe I would have just bought the dies. But you see this little antenna right here? So, funny story, but not funny at all. Last year, when I was doing a class with the Be My Valentine, I was cleaning the stamps, and these little stamps right here are crazy small. They're very tiny, and I had somehow lost the antenna, and it killed me because there were 3 or 4 different V faces in that stamp set too. So it's not like it could have been just one of them and okay, I'm not going to have that same sentiment or the same face anymore. No. I had to lose the antenna. One of the most important things, one of the most important things of my little bees. So when I saw this stamp set and I thought, oh, there we go, I am sold. And then they're a little bit different in size. So these antenna actually won't work at all because my other bee is a bit smaller. So yeah, funny, not funny at all. Anyway, as I laugh, because what else are you gonna do? Okay, so let's see here. We have red, pink, and red base. Okay, are you talking about the marble paper being red, Shyler? I'm going to put my stamps on here, and then we'll figure out what all we're going to need. We've got 2 different sizes of bee here. And then, like I said, the bee from the other stamp set is a different size as well. So we end up with 3 different sizes of bee, which is pretty cool. If we wanted to make a little cluster of them, we certainly could. All right. Yes, red. Okay, red it is. Come on. Okie dokie. And I think I'll grab that other stamp set as well so you guys can see. Here's the other one. So it has a lot of really cute things too. I mean, look, it's got 4 different faces. And this one, I'm not even crazy about because it's kind of like side-eye and snotty looking and, kind of like mean. And I don't really like that one. So I could have done without that one altogether if it had been lost. But no, it had to be my little tiny antenna, which is just stinks. All right, let me move my papers off to the side, and I'm going to go ahead and die cut this one. But I'm going to have to trim a section of it off. It won't all fit into my machine that way. There we go. Okay. So what I kind of have in mind is to make a few base layers, maybe maybe a couple of 4x6 and 3x3 or something like that. I could grab the little photo place markers from one of our scrapbooking kits, which, if you haven't already checked them out, are really, really cool. I really like them. They're great. Okay, this is going back in the dies there. Okay. All right, like that. Okay, now we have our little die cut here, and we've got our bees. So you can see how similar they are. I really like them. They're cute. So I think I want to use You Make My Heart Buzz and We Were Meant to Be. And this is actually a big enough sentiment that we could probably make it into a nice little title for our scrapbook page. So let's see what we can do there. All right, I want to bring in some basic white cardstock. And I don't know if this piece will be big enough, but we'll see here. Okay, and we're using photopolymer stamps. So of course I'm going to bring in my Pierce mat. And I want to bring out these guys. I think I want to go ahead and stamp both of them. All right, here we go. And okay, now the dies that go along with this are the body and the wings here, okay? And then you have the antenna as their own. So we'll stamp the face on the body, but we can die cut everything. So let me grab a couple of blocks. You have a bee joke. Could also be a Valentine. There is no pollination without you and bee. That's cute. All right. I want to do that one and that one. Okay. And here. All right. Now, I found, I need my daffodil or crushed curry for my bees. Duh. Okay, friends, next question. Are we doing our bees in daffodil or are we doing them in crushed curry? So the daffodil is a little bit more of a bright yellow and the crushed curry is a little bit more of an antique yellow. Okay, it's a little tiny bit darker. So are we doing the bees in daffodil or curry? Okay, light or dark, whichever way you want to say it. While you're thinking about that, I'm going to go ahead and stamp our little antenna. And you can let me know which we're doing. Are we doing daffodil, which is this one, or are we doing curry, which is this one? Okay, daffodil or curry. So lighter or darker. All right, and I need my little antenna here. Now, if you were on my Think Tank Thursday last week, I'm just going to tell you now that this will not be a repeat of last week. Okay. Last week was a little bit brutal. I'm not going to lie. we struggled just a little bit, or I struggled just a little bit with a little bit of our project, but that's okay. Some days, as my kids say, some days it be like that. So, all right, daffodil, very good. So I'm going to set that aside and bring out the daffodil. And I like to use the body color first, because as you're looking at an image, and if you're wanting the stripes to be on the body, then you want to stamp the body first and then the stripes. And it doesn't seem like you could tell, but you really can. You really can tell if something is stamped on top of or underneath. So I'm going to bring it right up here, and I'm going to put him on there. And then I'm going to do the same thing with my other ones. I'm going to give them a little bit of space. Okay. And now we're going to use our Memento ink. And I realize, why am I off the screen here a little? Sorry about that, folks. I stamped the bigger one and two of the smaller ones. All right, now I'm going to come in with my Memento ink, and I'm going to ink up the stripes and the little stinger. Okay. And let me see here. I'm lining this up. Okay, so I want to line the stinger up with the bottom of the yellow section, right? That way everything is lined up, and the stripes and all. Okay, here we go. Here we go. And another. Okay. Now, I'm going to show you a little trick. So, we have, is this it? We have the basic black Stampin' Right marker that you can purchase all by itself. It's not in one of the marker collections. It is an individual purchase, and it's actually a really good thing to have on hand, because if you have situations like right here on the bee where there's a little bit of kind of speckle, you can see there, it's not quite as rich black as I would like it to be. I have a noise in the background. Sounds like the PC. It's not loud, just slight. Is anybody else hearing that? I have nothing else going on in the background, so that's weird. Okay. I'm going to take my Stampin' Right marker, and I'm using the brush tip, and I'm just going to come in and touch up a little bit of the black areas that aren't quite as black as I'd like them to be. Okay. There. And I'm going to kind of feather it out a little bit so that it's blending with the rest of the black, so that it's not such a stark section of black there. Sounds like a fan blowing or a helicopter. That is so weird. I have no idea. Is anybody else hearing the sounds that she's talking about? I'm not sure, kiddo. I definitely really like to have my solid black stamped images, sentiments, whatever. I really like them to actually be a good solid black. And if they're not, I really like to be able to go over it with my black Stampin' Write marker. So I'm happy that we're able to get these individually, because I do use it a bit. And there we go. I do use it a bit. And then this way, when I run out, I don't have to buy a whole set of markers. I can just buy another of the black ones, which works out really well. Okay, there we go. Let me come back on this one just a bit. Okay. There we go. All right. Oop. And here. And you can see the difference between what I haven't colored black and what I have. The difference there is credible, isn't it? I don't know what you guys might be hearing. That's totally weird. Literally have no idea. I don't know. All right. Now then, we need to decide if our bees are going to be flying. Hi, Miss Dawn, how are you? Or if they're going to be kind of hovering like this. So let me see here. I do need another antenna. Okay, hold on just a second. Let me stamp one more. Okay. And all right. Now, something that I like to do with things that are supposed to be white is that I might stamp it in Pool Party ink or use a Pool Party marker to kind of give a little outline. So I'm not really sure what we'll do yet at this point, and we may want to stamp our wings in black because it's just outlines on the white. So that would be really good too. Let's see. Alana says a slight static ticking sound. She had a light fixture do that in her videos at one time. That is so interesting. Crazy. It could be USB connection or picking up the computer breathing or the buzz in the lights, the HVAC, or any number of things, but it sounds like a USB thing. Well, oops. Let's see there. I don't know. We'll see. Okay. All right, so sorry about that. Is it really distracting or is it okay? Should we keep going? All right, I'm going to go ahead and cut these out first. And while I'm cutting these out, let me ask you guys if you would like the wings to be black little outlines. You can see there. So would you like them to be black outlines or would you rather them be pool party? So you guys decide. And while you're deciding that, I'm going to go ahead and cut the little bees out. So comment and let me know, are we doing our wings in pool party or are we doing them in memento? Okay, so let me just put those right there. And that way you guys can decide. Let me know. Right, and I'm gonna grab bee bodies. And I can do the antenna too. So let me antennae. You know what I'm talking about. All right. Okay. There's one. And here we go. Okay, looks like I've got 2 black and a pool party. So black is going to win this one out. Come here, friend. All right. What am I standing next to? I'm not. I'm sitting at my work table and the computer is at my stand. It got louder. If you're watching with another mic is close to it, that could be making the sound. I mean, I don't know. Everything is connected through my computer, and the computer is using the little Razer microphone for my sound. So it shouldn't be anything else. Alana says hers was an alt light, could only be heard by viewers live or on the replay, not on her end while demo. In case that helps, may hear it in the replay after. Yeah, like a faint helicopter hovering is so weird. That is so weird. So I have a stand that holds my laptop. It holds my microphone and my little webcam, and it's all on there together. And everything is connected through my computer, so I would think that the computer would have only chosen the microphone, the freestanding microphone. It shows it as the primary or the only audio, whatever. So I'm not really sure, but it could, maybe it's because I haven't shut my computer down and restarted it in a while. I don't know if that's a thing, but there is a fan running in the computer, yes. And there's There's a fan in the background. Actually, it could be the dehumidifier in the other room. It kicks on only now and then, though. So is it something that's been continually going, or is it something that like kicks on and kicks off every little bit? Like right this very minute, the dehumidifier is running, so it does sound like a fan. And I could get how it might sound like a helicopter, actually. So I'll have to see if when it shuts off, I'll have to see if you guys can still hear it. If that's it, then that is a simple fix. Oh, goodness. All right. Well, either way, we're going to keep working here. So, oh, it's constant. Oh, okay. Well, then it's not that. So, anyway, that is a little bit weird because the microphone, I think, clears all that stuff out. Like it's got a noise. It's got noise reduction or whatever. It sounds like a piece of paper flapping in the fan. Oh gosh, that's kind of annoying. I'm sorry. Weird. Okay, well, I'll try to keep talking. I'll try to keep talking and see if maybe I can keep it out of the way a bit, but we'll see. I'll do what I can. I'll do what I can. All right. So yeah, looks like everybody or the majority of folks want to see the black wings. So that's what I will do. Let me clean off my blocks. I actually have a Stamp-A-Stack on Saturday, and so my blocks are being well, they're indisposed. So I've got to share my blocks a bit more than usual. All right, let me take this and this off. Okay. And do those. All right, where's my paper? I love the bees too. Alana says she loves the bees. I love the bees too. They are so stinking cute. All right. Tap, 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 not smush, smush, smush. Okay. And there we go. I think my ink pad is getting a little dry. You can tell when your color gets a little bit lighter and a little faint, it may be time to re-ink your ink pad. So I'm just making it a point to work my way around the outer parts of the ink pad as I go. So before I cut those, I'm going to go ahead and re-ink this right quick. And if you haven't seen Hulk Smash, oh, are you hearing the tap? If you haven't seen or have no idea how to re-ink your ink pads, it's super simple. And it doesn't matter if you're using the Memento or these style of ink pads, or actually any style of ink pad, really. The method is basically the same. Of course, you want to make sure that you have the correct ink for your ink pad. And I always double check because I'm so scared that I'm going to put the wrong color on my pad and then it's an awful mess, right? But this is how I re-ink my ink pads, okay? I start out with just the slightest little bit of pressure and go back and forth. And I try to get as close to the edges as I can, but honestly, I'm less worried about the edges and much more worried about the center, because that's generally where we end up tapping the ink pad, right? And then I turn it the other way, and I'm going to give it some ink this way. Now, I can tell, especially with the felt pads, when it has enough ink and when it doesn't. And you may be wondering, how is that? How can you tell? Well, when I put a little bit of ink, let me set my cap down. When I put a little bit of ink here and it absorbs into the ink pad, it's still soaking up the ink, which means that it could take a little bit more. If the ink were to sit on top of the ink pad, and like you could tell right there, it went pretty quickly. But if it were to sit on top of the ink pad for a bit, then I would know that it was pretty well full. Okay. I try not to over ink my pads because if your ink pad is super juicy, it's almost as big of a pain as it is if it's dry. It makes a big mess on your paper. Your images come out kind of splotchy, and it's just not really a good look. So I like to do a little bit at a time, not too much too fast, and make sure that it's all soaking up into the pad. And when it starts taking just a second or two longer, that's when I stop. Okay. So like I said, I don't want it to be super juicy because that makes a huge mess too. All right. Now then, I'm going to come back over here and I'm going to die cut my little wings, right? Because we need to do that. And then I know I had asked you guys already which direction we wanted our bees to go, but I figure I can do, hold on now. I figure I can do at least one of each of the wings to begin with to show you what they look like in which direction. And this could actually be something that we hold off on for just a minute until we decide what our layout's going to look like too. I mean, that makes total sense because maybe we want one of them to lean one way and one of them to be the other. I mean, we just don't necessarily know. So let me die cut the wings here right quick. Okay. Here we go. With the other stamp set, it came with a punch, and the wings were actually solid, kind of like the shape of a heart. And with this one, I'm really excited about it because it is actually more just the wings themselves. Now, if we wanted a solid wing, we could see about one of the hearts fitting behind it and glue them on. You know what I mean? Let me see. What did I do with the hearts? Here it is. Okay. Let's see if these would work. That one's a bit big. What about this one? This one could work, but the stitching is a little obnoxious on it. And that one's too small. So I reckon we'll leave it alone. Okay. Now then, hold on. A little more left to die cut here. One more of the littles left. All right. I have really been excited about Stampin' Up! Getting back into the swing of scrapbooking. I know that they used to do a lot of scrapbooking stuff before, but then kind of moved on into more of the card making and stuff like that. But I'm really excited that they're going back into the scrapbooking stuff. So I love that. All right, Sam, thank you very much. I appreciate you coming and hanging out with us for a bit. All right, here we go. When I'm talking about which direction the bee should be pointed, What I mean is we have options. We can do this and put a face on the front, and then antenna up at the top like this, which is super stinking cute. Hold on, let me plug in right quick. Here we go. Or, oh, you just turned your audio up louder. Okay. All right. Or we can do our little bee like that. Let me put that behind him there just a bit. Whoops, hold on. Come here, fingers. There we go. And then there's that sideways. So we have options. Okay, now another thing that I want to do with this heart, and I'm going to set the bees off to the side for just a minute. We have not forgotten about them, but I want to work on this heart just a little bit, okay? So one thing that I want to do, let me grab my hearts again here, is see, come here. Okay. Let's see if we can do a little cluster maybe. I want to do something else with this so that it's not all by itself. And I want to kind of do this with it. So I think that's really cute. And we could do, where's the big ones? There. And here. Hold on. Come on, come on, come on. There we go. And here. And no, I'll restart later. Thank you very much. Don't tell me what to do. There we go. And one of these right there. That's super cute. Bring it in a little closer maybe. Act like they like each other. There we go. Okay, something like that. Super cute. Let's see. Okay. Can I ask you guys a question? I just muted the microphone for a hot second. I had to cough. Were you able to hear it? It's making me wonder if the microphone on my webcam up here is also going, but I wouldn't think so. Surely we would hear the buzzing of two microphones going at the same time, wouldn't we? All right. I am still dealing with the scratchy throat of whatever that crazy insanity was. Gosh, I got sick the 1st of December, and I was sick for a couple of days, really sick, like just felt like Mack truck ran over me. I, was kind of sick to my stomach. I had a hard time eating, etc., and really congested and everything else, and had started to develop this absolutely wicked cough. And I am still kind of dealing with it a little bit. So muted again one more time. No, it wasn't COVID actually. All right, let's see here. I'm going to go ahead and mute it right now. And I'm going to say something after this. So if you can't hear me after I say mute, then let me know. Okay. All right, here we go. I'm going mute. And now I'm unmuted again. So I was saying something after I said the word mute, and then I had typed something in, and the sound does go off, and there is no other sound. Check the USB and make sure it's fully plugged in. It is, but let's see here. And now you hear both. If it is, you may have to unplug and plug back in. Okay, here we go. I'm going to unplug, and maybe I am. Maybe I should just wait. All right, here we go. Unplug. All right, I have unplugged my microphone, and now I'm probably being recorded audio through either the webcam or the computer. Do you still hear the buzzing noise? That's what I want to know. And you had mentioned that you heard the kind of big room echo earlier, Shyler. And I'm not really sure why, because I definitely had the microphone plugged in and running at that time. So maybe it's that I have it a little too far away from my voice or from my face. Maybe I need to bring it in a little closer or whatever. But I don't know. So no fluttering noise now, and the echo is gone. Can hear you and not the other sound. That is crazy. Okay, so then I'm just going to go ahead and leave it like this, and not as loud as before. Okay, so it must be the microphone for the computer that is picking up the sound now, because I have my microphone unplugged. So, okay, can you still hear me okay though? All right, while you guys are looking towards telling me if you can still hear me okay, I'm going to see what I can fit in this little shape right here. I'm hoping, where's my other, yes, you can hear me okay. All right, good. I don't think this is going to work, but I'm going to try and see if I can use it to cut that out. Okay, and no, of course not. Do you hate that? I hate that. You think you've got a great idea and then it doesn't quite fit. All right, so, okay, I'm gonna take this off and grab up that stamp, bring in my Pierce mat, set those up there just a bit. Okay. All right. And grab this. Let's see what I can find for a cute label. Maybe feel like that heart is a little bit too big, but maybe it's not. We'll see. What I want is something that I can put in between the bees that holds this sentiment, you make my heart buzz. So I think that is super stinking cute. Well, okay. I believe, hold on. Nope, that won't work. Okay. I'm looking through my mixed labels dies, and this one right here is just the cutest label ever on the planet. But I really wish it were just this much bigger. It's too small for most things. Stinks. Okay. All right. Well, let's see here. We have options. I believe that we can fit our sentiment on that. And I'm certain that we can fit it on this. So let's see here. Let me go ahead and die cut both of these so that we can see a little better. Sometimes it's easier to be able to distinguish which one you like better or not as much when it's already die cut rather than using your imagination. So let's go ahead and do that. And I don't mind to cut extra labels here and there because I put them in a little bowl, any of the ones I don't use, and then I have them ready-made on hand for when I might be able to use them. So, okay, this is the heart from the Hearts of Elegance. Let me put that back so I don't confuse what goes where. I don't know if I'm the only one that does that, but I have trouble sometimes. Okay, what I'm thinking is, let's bring these guys back. And I haven't glued anything yet, okay, because I really want you guys to help me decide. But I'm thinking that maybe we could go ahead and make our little bees like this. And come on now. Trying to move things without gluing them together is a hot mess, but that's okay. All right, so we've got this guy here, and we can do either this or this, whichever. And I have a feeling I know what you guys are going to say, but I have been wrong before, so I'm not going to presume. I'm going to let you guys tell me which one you think would be better. Okay, so there we go. We've got our little bees. And then we're going to have the sentiment, you make my heart buzz. And I need to know if we're putting it on the heart or if we're putting it on the label. Okay, so are we putting you make my heart buzz on the heart or on the label? Okay, so comment over there or down there, whichever one you're looking at, and let me know, are we using the heart for the sentiment or are we using the label? Okay, either way, we're going to use you make my heart buzz. Okay, and while you guys are deciding that, I'm going to move the bees off to the side because if we're going to use this as the base all on its own, I am going to distress it just a little bit, okay? Because I want some texture and interest. But especially when you're scrapbooking, maybe you don't want quite as much dimension, because you want it to be fairly low profile, but you can still do a good amount of texture and it'd still be great. Okay, let me grab my trash bin, and I'm going to hold this over my trash bin a little bit here. Let me just show you what I'm going to do. I'm taking my scissors along the edge of the paper like this, and I'm just going to basically rough up the edge all the way around the heart. Okay, so just like that. But I'm going to hold it over my trash bin because it can get a little messy. And this silicone mat is absolutely fabulous for all the things. But as you can see, the little specks there are paper from die cuts from littlest bits of paper, and they get stuck on that thing, and it drives me bananas. So, all right, it looks like folks are commenting, and label may be winning so far. Okay, and what I'm doing here, you can see, is that I'm roughing up the edge of that heart. So like right there, you can see the edge of it. It's got some texture to it. It's got a little bit of distress there, and this side does not yet. And this is going to add just a really nice little finished interest, right? A little bit of texture goes a long way, and we're going to be able to make it look really nice and finished. And that's a good thing. We don't want too flat of a project because boring, but we would like to have a little bit of texture here. And it's already kind of busy with the pattern, so we don't really want to add too much in the way of other things, but this distressing around the edges can really make a nice impression, and it works well with the patterned DSP. Okay, so that's why we're doing that. And okay, there we go. So it's just a little bit of texture, but it's kind of nice, and it's going to make a really well finished project. Okay, now I'm seeing label. Okay, so label is winning. The heart can go away. I really like the label too. I thought that's probably where you would go, but you never know. Okay, now my question to you is this. Do we like the idea of the little bees being right here on the sides like so? And if that's the case, I can go ahead and glue them together. Okay. There we go. So it could be something like this. Oops, let me straighten it up a little. Okay. All right. So what do you think? Is it okay to do the bees sideways like that, or would we rather do something else? While you're deciding, I'm going to go ahead and stamp the label. And I'm definitely going to do that in Memento ink. Tap, 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 not smush, smush, smush. Okay. All right. Sherry says she likes it that way, so that's good. Okay. All right, let me grab my bees, and the next thing that I want to do with them is, now that we know which direction they may be laying, we want to put their faces on. Yes, we do. Okay, I'm going to use black again, and let me see, how much bigger are the
faces. Maybe I'm confused. Maybe they're not any different. Let's see here. Yeah, maybe they're not. Maybe they're not. Okay. What if we did one of them with this face and one of them with this face? What do you think? And we might be able to put a little heart not unless we get them die cut. Let's not worry about that just yet. Okay. All right. Where did I put that? Okay. Yep, on the faces. All right, very good. This one and this one. Okay. All right. Sometimes when I need to share a stamp, I will put my images on opposite sides and kind of put one off to the side just a little bit. If you do that though, I warn you that you want to be very careful about putting pressure on the stamp because your block isn't going to necessarily be balanced. So you really want to make sure you're focused on putting your stamp or putting the pressure under your stamp directly rather than the whole block because otherwise it wobbles. All right, here we go. And this guy. There we go. Super stinking cute. All right, now our little bees are good. Let me grab my liquid glue and I'm going to put just a little bit right here. Well, maybe I am. Come on, glue. You know the drill, folks. Shake and shake and shake the bottle, and none'll come, and then a lot'll. Oh, dear. All right, there we go. Just a little bit there. Okay. Right. And a little on the antenna. I'm going to put him there. Okay, there's that one. There's an axolotl on the pink stairs. All right, and then a tiny bit right here. Okay. All right, somebody tell me, are you hearing that buzzing sound again or is it gone? I'm asking because the dehumidifier kicked on again. Okay. And the antenna. Here we go. Stinking cute. I love the bees. Okay. There we go. All right. Fabulous. Oh, it's gone? Wonderful. Okay. That's good. That is good. Okay. Now then, I've got my bees done, and I've got my heart here, and like this maybe. Let me bring it closer. How about that? Is that cute? What do we think about the label being in front of the bigger bee? Whoops. In front of the bigger bee and behind the little one. Is that cute? Okay. There we go. Trying to get so much of the glare off. That white paper really makes my camera have a fit. Okay. All right, I dig it. Now we have one more bee, and I kind of feel like he should probably be like this maybe. And maybe I need to put another wing on him. And so he can be that way. Okay, you guys like it that way. All right, very good. Okay, so let me grab a little glue. Okay. Yeah, right there. Okay. And then a little here. And notice I'm not using dimensionals, much as I would love to, because I'm planning for this to be on a scrapbook page. I'm just not using very much dimension. Okay, so there we go. Something like that. And then this guy or girl, whichever. And just a tiny bit, please. You're a little crooked. There we go. And let's bring you up just a little bit, please. There we go. Very nice. Very nice. Isn't that adorable? Okay, now then, I'm going to set that over to the side for just a second. And now I want to do, let's see here. I need another wing for this little guy. So let me grab some more white cardstock. Is this piece big enough? Oh, yes. I love it when that happens. All right. Pierce Matte, Memento ink, mini wing, tap, tap, tap. Okay. And then I'm going to die cut it out. All right. And here we go. All right. Now then, this guy could go like this. And oops. There we go. And his face could go right there. And he could be holding. Come on. Come on. He could be holding a cute little heart. What do you think? And we probably have enough of a little scrap here. Look at that. This is why I keep my scraps, folks. Okay. Let me see. I'm trying to turn this in a way that I can get some of that gold fleck on the heart there and still be good. I know I can do it here. Let's just do this way. All right. Yeah, that'll work. That'll work. Okay. There we go. He's cute. All right. Let's go ahead and attach everything. Oh, hold on. Face. How about a different one? Just so that we can say we're different. We'll use the other one. Okay. Here's that one. We'll take that one. And then this one. There we go. Okay. And Memento ink for his little face. All right. Oh, come on. There we go. Little touches of glue right here on the ends. It doesn't take much. Our Tombow glue is really good stuff, and it takes just the tiniest little bit. There we go. Okay. And then his little antenna. Kind of want to put them to the side, but I know that would be weird. See, like that. But that would be so weird. Okay. There we go. All right. That's good. And then we're going to take that same Memento, or I keep saying Memento, the same basic black Stampin' Write marker, and we're going to just draw little hands right there because I think that would be so cute, like he's holding it. All right, so let me put the heart on. Okay. There we go. I think he's adorable. And then just a cute little arm and there, like that. That's all it takes. Just a little something. There. So cute. All right. That is adorable. There we go. Can you guys see his little hands right there? So cute. Little tiny bee hands. Okay. So now we have these two elements. And you may be asking yourself, okay, yeah, you've done these little elements, but now what on earth are you going to do with them, right? Okay, well, I'm going to show you. But first, but wait, there's more. Okay, I'm going to put that away, and I want to cut one of these in that same red paper, and that one, we'll see about that one there. Okay. I really like this marbled paper. It's beautiful stuff. Okay. And I feel like this one. Okay, friends. Knowing that this and this are elements on our scrapbook layout, we need to make a couple of hearts. Are we going to make this stitched one in real red or pretty in pink? Okay, so here's real red and pretty in pink. Now, that looks white on my screen. I hope it looks pink on yours. It's actually a really pretty pale pink. There we go. That's a little better. And there is the pink in the paper here. So both options are going to be great. No matter which one you choose is going to be fabulous. But I need to know now which one we're going to cut with the stitched heart. Okay, so red or pink? Which is it going to be? Red or pink? Okay. All right. And then that one I'm going to cut with that. So while you guys are deciding that, I'm going to go ahead and cut this one out. Okay, here's that one. And this one. So we just need to know, are we doing pink or red? Okay. Looks like pink is going to be it. All right, very good. Well, let's see here. That works perfectly because this little piece right here looks like it was made for that. So let me get this cut. Right. All right. Good call, I think. Let me put this in the box. There we go. Okay, now what I see in my head are maybe a couple of photo frames, maybe a couple of photos in 4x6. Let me see here. I have a scrapbooking kit. Maybe I've got some of the little photo place cards. So let's see here. Here we go. These things are so cool because you can design your project around them and it's amazing. All right, now, I know that at one point I had said that I had some pool party over here, and I did bring some pool party ink over. We haven't used pool party yet, but that doesn't mean that I couldn't put some in if we needed to. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set these here, and I'm going to move these over here. And, well, I wish I had more than one of those, but that's okay. I'll do two of these side by side. All right. I have, where did you go? I have options for us. If we wanted to use Pool Party as a base, I can use either the lighter or the darker of the Pool Party. And if we were to put something like, let me see, you guys probably aren't able to see the whole screen for that. Let me get rid of my overlay here and see. There we go. Okay, now then, all right, this gives you the gist of the scrapbook page here. So something like this. What do you mean the other pink? Oh, you mean the pink swirl? Yeah, it wouldn't look so great. But it's okay because we're not really going to be doing, let's see here. I wish I could pull my camera up higher. All right. I'm going to have to make some adjustments. Okay. Now we're going to pretend that this is another 4x6 here. Okay. And then would like to see this, and come here, friend. Come here. Something like this. And we're going to pretend that these are photo frames. Okay, so there would be photos. There would be a photo here. There would be a photo here. And there would be a couple of photos, or a photo and a journal, or a journal and a date or location or whatever. And lots of other cool things that we can do with it at this point as well. We can add a layer of this beautiful DSP behind so that it's adding some of that pattern in, or it would be just as well to add a piece of cardstock. Let me see. So like this. And you see how the pool party would go really nicely with that pink, right? It's very cute. Kind of light and wispy. Okay. Now, my brain works a lot different than most people's. So, if you're not able to imagine this the way I'm imagining, that's totally okay. But without having cut pieces just now, I'm imagining this pretty and pink color being a matte for the back of these photos. So let me just go ahead and cut those because, you know, I would not blame you if you can't see what I'm seeing. Let me do that. And so if the photo is 4x6, then I want to make my photo mats 4 1/8 by 6 1/8. Okay, because I just want a tiny little border. All right, so we're gonna do 6 1/8 here. And then we're going to do 4 1/8 and 4 1/8. Okay. Now, like I said, we're pretending that this is one photo. Okay. So it'll go there. Okay. And then this one will go here. And it doesn't have to mat exactly. If we don't want it to, we could overlay them in a way that is kind of offset. So that would be like this. I'm going to go ahead and just line it up here. And I'm going to put this guy back up here and this guy here. And then this one here. And this here. And then maybe instead of putting those closer and putting this here, maybe this goes here. Okay. So we have this. So, okay. Now the point of doing these things is to show you some really cute ways that you can use your Stampin' Up! Products to make different elements. I might even use one of the little buzzy trails here in the stamp to come along here and, right? And then maybe another one up here. Maybe I've got another bee floating by, whatever I want to do. And we could make a super stinking cute scrapbook layout with the bees. We could also make this a background if we wanted to, and maybe put in some little flowers or something like that. We can distress the edges of this. We can add extra things. There's so much cool stuff that we can do, and it just makes it really, really fun. I happen to have a little bow right there. We could put that on if we wanted to. And that would be really cute. Actually, that would be really cute. Okay, now I'm giving you some ideas for a scrapbook layout without putting the layout together, and that really seems unfair. Uh, so let me do this as well. If I wanted to, I could take this piece right here and I could put it on a card front. And then I could already have a card. Let's see here. I don't want to use white. Okay. I don't actually think that this is the right size, but you could see here if this were the front of the card, I could do this. I could put a little postage label behind it, and like the postage dies would be really cute to make a background, and then I could emboss that. I could do so many really cool things with it. So anyway, I want to go ahead and turn the camera around, and I'm going to chat with you for just a second, and then I will talk to you just a little bit more about this scrapbook page. Okay, so let me turn my camera around here. All right. Okay, guys. Well, thank you so much for hanging out with me today. We made some really cute little scrapbooking elements, which I absolutely love. And what I'm going to do is I will get some pictures together. I have an idea of which pictures I'm going to use. Valentine's Day is coming up. And I think that I would like to use this for that. So I'm going to go ahead and do all of my little things, and I will make a blog post. Okay, now it's been a minute. I did post a paper pumpkin post earlier. In fact, yesterday I think it went live. But anyway, I will work on this a bit more. And the reason I'm not going to subject you guys to this is because I'm incredibly indecisive, especially when it comes to my scrapbook layouts. And I'm going to be doing a lot of this, that. I'm not going to subject you guys to that because you will lose your minds, especially after last week taking us a really long time. And we're already on about an hour and 40 minutes. So I'm going to go ahead and say good evening to you. And I'm going to start doing a little bit more on this, and we'll take some pictures and share them. Probably like partial pictures, sneak pictures, bits and pieces I will post on Instagram. And then when I get the project done, I will post a photo of it on all of my platforms and a blog post showing you how I did it, okay? So thank you guys so much for hanging out with me this evening and making these cute little elements. I mean, look at that. That is so stinking cute. I love it. So anyway, yeah, super cute. Don't forget, guys, that Celebration and the Spring Mini Catalog are live right now. So for every $60 and $120 you purchase, you can get free things from the Celebration brochure. It's a lot of fun, a lot of really pretty products. Some things I've already been showing you guys, and more things are on the way. So I'll be able to show those to you as well very soon. And I will see you guys again next Thursday for Think Tank Thursday, okay? All right, folks, have a good night. Thank you. Bye.